Hi, welcome back to Stress Free Glamour. I'm going to go over what I do on a fairly regular basis in regards to putting on makeup for work, fairly quick, something that I enjoy doing, don't have to take a lot of time. I will be going over bronzer and what I use for blush, eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, lipstick. First of all, I wanted to let you know that I have foundation on. And I also have my eyebrows on because decades of over plucking have caused my eyebrows to basically be a lot thinner, especially right over here. And then I have a very, very large scar over here. So I do mess around with my eyebrows a lot. That takes me the longest. My foundation is Fenty. I just got this. This is the Pro Filter. The color's 210. I did get color matched at Sephora. Absolutely love it. It's a great foundation. For my concealer, I'm using MAC Prep and Prime. Here we go. MAC Prep and Prime. This color is in Medium Plus. I like it because it is creamier and you put it on with a brush so you can get it on really nicely, get a really thin layer on without a lot of issue. Blends really, really nicely. And then I also have Fenty finishing powder. I really like this one. This one's in butter. I think they have a translucent, and they also have darker colored ones if your skin is darker. But this is the one that was recommended for me and I'm using right now, and I really do enjoy it. So those are the 3 products I've put on my face. And then for my eyebrows, because that one takes a lot of work, I start off with Essence Make Me Brow. This one is in Soft Browny Brows. This color is 03, however it is the medium shade. There is a darker color and there is a lighter color. The lighter color is like a blonde. The other one is significantly darker, but this is the one I use. To fill in what I've really messed up on my brows, and we will go through that separately, but that's takes time. This is Urban Decay Brow Blade. This is brand new. I just picked it up not too terribly long ago. It is a waterproof pencil on one side, so I'm able to dry my brows. And then on the other side is a fine tip marker that you can use to draw in your brow strokes, or the individual brows, I should say. This is called Taupe Trap. This works really well. However, I like to add a little bit more definition in my brows, and I use MAC. This is the Shape and Shade Brow Tint. I don't bother with the powder here. Other people may like it. I don't bother with it. But this also has a very fine tip marker at the top. This is a little bit of a darker color than the Taupe Trap, so it allows me to draw in individual brows. Looks really natural, and this color is called Fling. This is by MAC. I don't know if I said that already. On top of that, I use Benefit 24-hour brow setter. I like this a lot. However, you know, you don't have to use a really expensive brand. There are more or less expensive brands out there. This one I like is the NYX Control Freak. I'm just using up the Benefit one. So I do like this one a lot. So that is what I have done for my face, and then also for, or I should say my foundation and for my eyebrows. So now on to the next step. Next step for me is bronzer. Some people put on blush first. I like to put on bronzer first, only because I have a tendency to either be a little heavy-handed, or I kind of want to see what where my bronzer is going before I actually put on a blush. So I have 2 choices. This one is, what is it? Laura Geller Baked Body Frosting Face and Body Glow, and this one's in Tahitian Glow. If I want to look glowy, this is the color I go with. However, I also have the Marc Jacobs, and this is one of their really popular bronzer, and the color is called Tantric. So this one's really cool. I like that. I think that's really neat, but it's really big. So is this. I'm going to go with the glowy one because I really do like the glowy one. And let me see. I use this. This is e.l.f. This is their Kabuki brush. This is $6. I love this brush. It is so easy to use, and if I ruin it, I'm not gonna cry about it. So I do have a mirror over here, and because I'm well over the age of 40, my eyesight's not the greatest. I've had glasses since I was 12 years old, and I have not been able to see far for a while. Well, I hit 40, and guess what? Now I've become farsighted. Now I have to actually hold things further away to read them. So I have these wonderful things called progressive lenses. As you get older, you will learn to appreciate them. My glasses are somewhere over here. I'm not gonna put them on because every time I put them on, I get a horrible glare. So this is the bronzer. I always start off on my forehead because pretty much that's the biggest surface area on my face. I don't know, my forehead's large. Little bronzer on the cheeks. I also get the temple area, and I also get the bridge of my nose. Only because if you skip the bridge of your nose sticks out as very pale compared to everything else. I get the chin, on the jawline. I also put a little on my ears and on my neck. I want everything to kind of blend really well, but what I like about this is it gives like this really, really subtle like sheen to it, kind of like a little glow, hence the name Tahitian glow, and I really like it. I get a lot of compliments when I wear this. I do like the MAC one. That's great when I go to work and I don't want to look really super glowy, especially if like there's a client in the office. Otherwise I kind of will start to look greasy after a while. So I have that. Next, I go with my bronzer. Or I should say my blush. I've been using a bronzer as a blush lately. Why? I have no idea. I think it's because I really, really, really want summer to come. It's been cold, it's been gloomy, it's been just kind of not fun to deal with. So yeah, so I've been using, this is Anastasia by Beverly Hills. This is their powder bronzer, and the color is called Tawny. I have tried other colors, and they have been ridiculously dark. This is the Avon blush brush. I picked this up fairly recently. Inexpensive brush, really like it. I love the angle cut to it, and I do love how soft it is. It is super soft, so it helps blend the color really nicely. I get it up onto my temples and onto the apples of my cheeks. I do not, or I try not to, I shouldn't say I do not, but I try very hard not to smile when I do this, because now that we're older, or at least some of us are older, hence me, when I smile, I'm putting on makeup up here. When I relax my face, it comes down. Last thing I want to do is just bring it down. So I try and go up onto the tops of the cheekbones, and that way I'm bringing the attention here, not bringing things sagging down. Okay, next, let's see if I can find it. Oh, here we go. Give me a moment here. Thanks. Here we go. Okay, Anastasia Glow Kit. This one's called Sun Dipped. I will usually put on a little bit of highlighter on the top of the cheek, nothing over the top, only because one, I can look greasy, and two, that can look kind of creepy after a while. So this one is called Sun Dipped. I do like this one better than the other one, which I think is called Sugar Dipped. I like that one. I just like this one more. I think, well, at least for now, because I'm all about thinking about the sun and everything like that. So it's really pretty. It's got 4 colors. They're warm tones. Warm tones are great for when you're older because they have a tendency to look more youthful on your face. So let me see if I can find. Yeah. Here we go. This is a Real Technique setting brush. I use this all the time for highlighters. I really like it. I'm going to go with the color, let's go with Summer. That's this one up here, this light color up here. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to just put that on the top of the cheekbones. Really nice and light. Okay. Right up there. And then what I do is I'll take a clean brush, usually with a wider head. This one is Eco Tools. It's like a dual-ended brush, but this one's called the Complexion Buffer. Eco Tools, Complexion Buffer. And then on this side is the full shadow brush. And I'm going to just kind of blend that in a little bit, just so it's not sitting so weird on the face, just in case I haven't like blended it quite as nicely as I'd hoped. I will always do some extra blending because when your makeup's not blended, that just really doesn't look good. Then on top of that, let's see, that's it for the cheeks. If I'm feeling, let's see, a little on the ambitious side, I will go with an eyeshadow stick. This one is by Julip, and it's called Taupe Shimmer. Taupe Shimmer, okay? So I will put a little bit on, and you're gonna have to bear with me. I have to look in the mirror here for this one, and I do have to look closely because my eyesight's so horrible. So I'm gonna put a little on the eyelid. And as you can tell, it's a really nice shade. Then I'm gonna take my Real Techniques Dome Shadow Brush. I'm just gonna work that in a bit. Just so it's not really heavy. And it's nicely blended. Okay. So you have that little bit of color there. And not there, but it just adds a nice little definition to the eye. Same thing. Just blend, 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 blend. You just want a soft sheen there, almost like it's barely there. Nice and natural. And if you have smaller eyes and you want to bring more attention to your, to make your eyes look larger, what you can do is really softly color underneath the eye with the shadow brush, or the, I'm sorry, the shadow stick. I like shadow sticks because they have a tendency to be waterproof, so they last a long time, and then also they're really, really easy to put on. So you just put it underneath the eye, kind of smudge it a bit. Nothing too major, just barely there. Next is eyeliner. I have a tendency to favor the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil. This one is in Bourbon. I do like this one. It's kind of a bronzy shade. I stay away from blacks only because they have a tendency to look really harsh on my eyes. It's just not a good look for me. So if you like black, they certainly have, like, I think the color is called Zero. They also have a very dark gray called Oozy. They have so many different shades. I like the Urban Decay pencils only because they do have a tendency to glide on nicely and not tug and pull. Once again, as you get older, that has a tendency to happen. So we're gonna put that on. I do have to look closely for this one, only because my eyesight is absolutely atrocious. So putting it on, getting a little bit of color there, just a little bit of definition, but without it being too much. Okay. There we go. Okay, next is mascara. Right now I am completely crazy about this. This is called Essence Lash Princess. It is their volume mascara. It's black. I think it's under $6, and I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna put some on. I'm gonna be looking away for this. I have to look really close for this one, only because my eyes are the worst. I thought about getting eye surgery, getting LASIK. Yeah, and I am very freaky about things really coming close to my eyes, touching my eyes, whatever, which is why I won't put false eyelashes on. I will tolerate mascara. I hate tight lining. I just hate the feel of it. But anyway, getting back to LASIK, I refuse to do it only because I'm so afraid of something happening, or something coming so close to my eyeballs. That's just so nasty. I don't know, it's just me. Don't pump when you're putting on mascara. What I do is I twist the opposite direction of tightening it on. That way you can get some on the brush without putting air in. And the nice thing is, with this mascara, it is so cheap that you can get rid of it and replace it on a regular basis, so it's healthier for your eyes. Because the last thing you want to do is deal with an eye infection. Well, there's probably like a lot of things that you don't want to deal with, like bills or something like that, but an eye infection is up there. I've had eye infections recently. I will have a tendency to put on 3 layers. I don't know why. It's a magic 3-layer. I don't know. I think I heard that somewhere. I don't even know where, but I heard it somewhere, and I thought it was kind of cool and seems to work. Whatever works for you. It's makeup. If it doesn't work for you, wash it off. That's what I do. Sometimes that makes me late for work, but hey. And next is lipstick. If I really want to make myself pop but without, you know, making my eyes very dramatic or my cheeks very dramatic, I pull out the trusty red lipstick. And so I love putting on red lipstick. I don't know why. I mean, maybe it's because I just started wearing red lipstick. I always thought I looked ridiculous in red lipstick. I always thought that it was like, no, I can't wear it. It makes my lips look too thin. I look ridiculous, blah, 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 blah. And it turns out that they really do look amazing. So you just got to find the right red. And be careful not to smear it, otherwise you look like the Joker. No, more like Harley Quinn. Not a good look at work. And I'm looking closely for this one because I can't see. Because I'm old. Okay. If your skin is cooler, go with cooler tones. If your skin is warm, you can actually get away with cooler tones. I don't know, it gives this incredible pop. But if your skin is cool, you cannot get away with warmer tones. It just looks really, really not attractive. I try to pick a red lipstick that has a blue tone, undertone to it to make my teeth look whiter. The last thing you want to do is wear red lipstick that makes your teeth look yellow. That's not attractive. This one is Kat Von D. It is the color called Outlaw. It is a really pretty color. It is a matte lipstick, but it's not drying. It's just a regular lipstick. It's not one of those like matte lip colors, which I really do like a lot. It's just, I didn't feel like putting it on today because it takes a little bit more effort and a little bit more practice than normal. Anyway, this is what I would do to basically throw my face together early in the morning. Doesn't take too terribly long. I'm not going to say that your makeup should take X amount of time to put on, only because if you have skin conditions, if you have any issues, if you have to draw on your eyebrows, like I have to draw on my eyebrows, that's going to take longer. And there are no rules when it comes to makeup. I've had rosacea flare-ups lately, and so it does take me longer to get my foundation on, so that way it's even and everything like that. So anyway, just hope this helps, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take care. Bye.